am the most forgettable cannon fodder in this world. Good grief. Every single person around me comes with a cheat ability, but only I know the truth. My childhood best friend is destined to become the villain who destroys the world. To keep this world from falling apart, Transmigrators, Reincarnators, and capture agents take turns chasing after her. And me, her childhood best friend, completely invisible. Who is this guy? I have no idea. Whatever. I am basically a ghost. Even my own parents can barely remember my name. There is no way I pose any threat to anyone, so when I hear about the new transfer student, I barely raise an eyebrow. Then a voice cuts in. Player, your mission is to gain the affection of the female lead, Nova. Rewards will follow upon completion. The new kid smirks. He thinks he is a master of romance, that he can win anyone over in minutes. That confidence clashes hard with the humble little introduction he gives the class. He glances at Nova beside me and says softly, Nova, did you hear that? Unless I have gone deaf, I think I did. What? Is he your long-lost brother or something? Apparently I am the only one who can hear the transfer student's inner thoughts. I nod slowly, then shove it all out of my head. Whatever. I am just a tiny piece of cannon fodder. There is nothing I can do. I just hope these transmigrators actually put in some effort and keep this world from ending. After class, I snatch Nova's bread and start eating. Right then, Blake walks over holding a gift. This is a little something for the new student. Please accept it. At the same time, another voice rings out in his head. System, this target is way too gorgeous. Kissing her would definitely feel amazing. I nearly choked to death on the bread. I burst into a coughing fit I cannot control. Nova frowns and pats my back, but her mouth says something else entirely. Even a pig eats better than you. I am furious. Oh yeah? Have you ever raised a pig? She glances at me. Never raised one, but I am pretty sure you are not as smart as one. Just then, Blake puffs up his cheeks and stares at us, looking genuinely hurt. Nova, that is a little rude, completely ignoring me like that. I feel a bit bad and am about to apologize when his inner voice explodes. System, who is this guy? Does he even exist in the story? He looks like a clown. Player, stay calm. He is just cannon fodder. A clown? Cannon fodder? I let out a cold laugh. Nova speaks up at the same time, calm as ever. Sorry about that. She takes the box. Inside is a beautifully wrapped, heart-shaped cookie. She smiles at Blake. I am really sorry. I am allergic to cookies. Blake sounds deflated. Oh, really? Is there anything else you are allergic to? I will bring you something else tomorrow. Nova adds casually. To be precise, I am allergic to people. Even Blake can tell that is a flat rejection. He gives an awkward laugh. Sorry for bothering you. Just when I think he is crushed, he gets even more excited. Oh, come on. System, this is definitely an S-rank female lead. She is brutal, but I love it. How can I not when she looks like that? My mouth twitches. These transmigrators might all be a little bit stupid. Next period is PE. I sit under a tree with a novel in hand. Nova lies on my lap, eyes closed, listening to music. Nearby, a group of students are laughing and gossiping under the next tree. Okay, listen to this. Apparently Nova is the girl who stood up at the freshman assembly and announced in front of the whole school that she was not interested in dating. She told everyone not to bother her. No way. She is that confident? I thought the same thing, but if you ever see her in person, you would not say that. She is exactly the kind of girl people describe online as someone who stops your whole world. I look down at the girl lying on my lap, the one who has stopped so many people's worlds. Nova. She is fast asleep. I reach out to touch her face, and her eyes slowly open. I keep my cool and pull the earbud from her left ear. Get up, I say flatly. My legs are numb. Nova rubs her eyes and slowly sits up. She starts massaging my legs, grumbling the whole time. Too stiff. I could not even sleep properly. I stand and brush the grass off myself. You are one to talk. You clearly wanted me to eat more, but you just had to make it complicated. Nova glances at the novel in my hand. Why are you reading that thing? Just curious. I want to see what the male lead in a bossy CEO romance novel is actually like. Nova covers her mouth and laughs. You are already kind of an airhead. Reading that will only make it worse. After school, the sky turns dark. Before long, a light rain begins to fall. Nova and I stand under the roof overhang, staring at each other blankly. I venture, what do you think the odds are of us running back without getting our hair soaked? 100%, Nova says. I perk up. You have a plan? Tell me. Nova stays completely calm. I twist your head off, run back, then screw it back on. Oh, thanks so much. She smiles. Anytime. Before I can fire back, a guy's voice cuts in. Nova, did you forget your umbrella? Here, take mine if you want. Nova and I turn around. There is Blake, holding out an umbrella and staring straight at Nova. Nova sounds bored. I am fine, thanks. Blake's eyes flicker. His voice goes soft. Come on, Nova, just take it. You will catch a cold in this rain. At the same time, I catch his inner voice. Every girl has a soft spot for being called by a sweet nickname. I picture Blake calling Nova that, and a wave of goosebumps crawls up my arm. I sneak a glance at Nova. Her face is completely blank. Sorry, I do not remember having a younger brother, and my mom always told me never to accept things from strangers. Blake's expression twists for just a split second, then snaps back. Nova, you are so funny. Honestly, that flip was impressive. Seeing that Nova's expression has not budged, he grits his teeth. Well then, I will leave you to it. He spins around and bolts into the rain. I hear him raging inside. Just you wait. I will be back. My strategy is flawless. The problem is clearly this female lead. Just like that, our free ride home disappears into the rain. So what do we do? Nova holds up her phone and waves it at me. Called the driver. 5 minutes later, we are in the car. I grin at her. So how did it feel being called that? Nova gives me a look that is anything but innocent. Why don't you try it first? I do not even hesitate. I fire right back. Dream on. Nova scoffs. So petty. I look at her with great sympathy. With that ice-cold, unapproachable attitude of yours, you are going to die alone. Nova tugs the corner of her mouth. Relax. If I end up dying alone, I am taking you with me. I cannot help shaking my head. I sigh from the bottom of my heart. You are exactly what people online call a silent-type girlfriend. You would honestly be pretty charming if you just stopped talking. Nova replies, ice in her voice. If you actually had a brain, you would probably be pretty smart too. I sigh again, deep in my soul. Sharp-tongued and petty. There is no saving her. No saving her at all. The driver smiles at us in the mirror. You two are still as close as ever. I am genuinely confused. Is a relationship where neither person cares if the other lives or dies considered close? Meanwhile, Blake is bouncing back harder than ever. He is up early, putting himself together, admiring the hairstyle he spent all morning perfecting. The system tells him that Nova is at the basketball court. He heads over. He scans the court but does not see her. He frowns. System, you said Nova was at the basketball court. She is watching from under the tree on the left. Blake looks over, and sure enough, Nova is in a white floral dress sipping bubble tea, with me standing right beside her, fresh off the court. Blake strolls over, excitement all over his face. What a coincidence! Nova, are you here to watch the game? And then internally, he runs through every insult he knows. Why is this piece of cannon fodder everywhere I go? What a simp! I watch Blake curse me out in his head. I am used to it. I just quietly wish I had some popcorn to enjoy the show. Nova looks at him. Who are you? He scratches his head awkwardly. Nova, stop joking around. It is me, Blake. I can hear his mind completely falling apart. What the heck, system? This world has to be triple S rank difficulty. I've never met a woman this ruthless. The system, without any mercy, replies, tomorrow is the final day of your mission. Player, we strongly encourage you to try harder. If you fail, your rewards will be revoked, and your next mission will be severely impacted. Blake grits his teeth and racks his brain. Nothing comes to him. Back in his other missions, targets practically came to him on their own. Even the coldest ones were head over heels within 2 days. But Nova is like a wall of stone. He has thrown everything he has at her, and nothing works. She just makes him furious. Fine then, he is going to use the move he always looked down on. Blake suddenly turns to me, the guy happily watching from the sidelines, and says, hey, do you mind giving us a minute? I need to talk to Nova. I nod. Sure, go ahead. The moment I walk away, Nova's expression goes even colder. She does not bother being polite. I do not know what I have done to upset you, but since we are here, let me be very clear. Stop coming into my life. She turns to leave. Blake panics. He rushes to block her path. I like you. I liked you from the moment I first saw you. Please, just give me a chance. Nova's eyes are flat. Done? If that is all, I am leaving. Blake shudders. He swallows hard. Seriously, look at me. I am in great shape. I am not bad looking either. Just give me a shot. Blake looks up and finds her dry heaving right in front of him. His face falls. Nova's stomach churns. She stands up without a single glance at him and drops one word. Disgusting. She leaves Blake standing there, completely wrecked. Back in the classroom, I keep my eyes on the door. Why is Nova not back yet? Did something happen? Wait, should I not be worried about Blake? Nova is not going to have a problem. That is what I tell myself. But my expression says something different. My heart is uneasy. I look up, and Nova walks in, pale as a ghost. I rush over. Nova, are you okay? You look terrible. Nova grabs my water cup and rinses her mouth. Only when the taste is gone does she stop. She sees the worry all over my face and looks down. She leans her head into my shoulder, her voice carrying a rare trace of hurt. It is your fault for leaving me. I am stunned. After all these years, Nova almost never shows me this side of herself. Guilt hits me hard. I reach up and touch her head. I am sorry. It will not happen again. Nova nuzzles my palm, then sits back up straight. You better hope there is not a next time. I pull a candy from my bag and hand it to her. What did Blake do to you? Nothing. I stare at her for a long moment. She refuses to say a word. I drop it. After school, I shower and throw on a white t-shirt, then head to Nova's bedroom door. I knock. No answer. I push it open and find her sitting at her desk, headphones on, staring at the screen. I walk over and tap her desk. What do you want for dinner? She pulls off her headphones and stretches. I will cook. I grab my chest, face full of pain. Nova, I am truly hurt by that, but surely you would not go so far as to actually poison me. She wraps her arms around my head. Her little fists start thumping against me. Putting poison in the food would be a waste. Why would I bother? Then I feel something soft press against the back of my head. Nova's face and neck go completely red. She shoves me away hard and bolts downstairs, forgetting that she does not usually wear a bra at home. No matter how close we are, pressing a guy's head against your chest is a different story. I head downstairs and find Nova already chopping vegetables in the kitchen. I lean over to check, and she actually looks like she knows what she is doing. Nice. Need any help? Nova dumps the meat into the pressure cooker and glances at me. Go sit down, you are in the way. I plop down on the couch and flip on the TV. Nova warns me not to touch the snacks. If you ruin your appetite, I am stuffing all of it back into you. I am speechless. Is she really just worried I will not finish the food later? I have no idea how much time passes before the smell of food drifts over. I switch off the TV. Nova has already plated everything. 4 dishes and a soup, simple but perfect, and every single one is something I love. I look up at her in surprise and start complimenting her. Nova's mouth curls up, eyes gleaming. Naturally gifted, that is me. That only makes you second best. The real master always shows up last. One day, I will cook for you and blow your mind. After the meal, we both collapse on the couch while some over-the-top drama plays on TV. I sprawl out and nudge Nova with my foot. You are really not going to tell me? What did Blake actually do to you? Nova's voice is heavy with exhaustion. I do not know how to explain it. For someone this untouchable to actually hesitate, that surprises me. I sit up and look at her, concerned. Then tell me why you threw up. The first thing you did when you got back was rinse your mouth. I almost do not want to let myself think about the worst. But deep down, could these so-called transmigrators actually hurt her? I never should have walked away. Nova's forehead twitches. She lets out a sigh and looks at me. If I tell you, you are not allowed to laugh. I blink and nod. She says, looking mortified. He stripped in front of me and I got sick. What? How did you even end up seeing that? Nova puffs out her cheeks. He did it himself. Then why did you throw up? Nova frowns. She forces out 2 words. It was disgusting. I am stunned. But what about when you watch those kinds of movies? Nova pinches me. I would never watch anything that gross. What is even the point? Then it hits her. She glares at me. Have you watched them? I glance away. Of course not. I heard about it from someone else. A man with no self-respect is just damaged goods, you know? Lucky for you, you have got me. Back in my room, I think about Blake's face and almost laugh. Guys at elite schools tend to be a little arrogant. Their families have money. Asking them to swallow their pride and chase after someone? Not likely. So these so-called transmigrators probably cannot actually hurt Nova. After all, she is the female lead of this world. Should I tell Nova that they are all capture agents? I fall asleep still turning that question over. The next day, I pedal my bike with Nova clinging to the back, me wheezing like I am about to die. Nova, you need to go on a diet. Nova leans against my back. You are just too skinny. Consider this a workout, I protest. Then stop pressing against me. It is boiling. We bicker the whole way to school like little kids. I scan the classroom and notice Blake is not here yet. He is usually here by now. I check my phone and see he has posted something. A wall of sad, spiraling text. My mouth twitches. Bro, you are really spiraling over this? Meanwhile, Nova glances at her watch. Time to go, student council. I ask, has Spencer not come back yet? Spencer is the student council president, and he has been away representing the school at some event. Nova is filling in for him. Nova wraps up the student council business, steps out, and heads left down the hall. She opens a door. Above it, 3 words are written in bold pastry room. Master Ray looks up with a grin. Nova, you are here. What do you feel like making today? Nova ties on her apron. The more Master Ray watches her, the more fond he grows of this girl. At first he thought she was just dabbling for fun. He never expected her to stick with it this long. Nova says, I want to learn how to make pudding today. Master Ray chuckles and pulls out his tools. Girls like you are rare these days. So have you caught the attention of the person you like? Nova looks down and presses her lips together. Her eyes go dim for a moment. Not yet. Master Ray continues. Young people have such high standards these days. In my opinion, you have got to say the sweet things out loud. I know from experience. My first love was stolen away by a smooth-talking pretty boy. So whatever you do, say it. Do not do things in secret. By the time the other person figures it out, he could already be swept away by someone with prettier words. Nova stops moving. Her face goes cold. Her voice drops low. He has always been mine. If he ever walks away with someone else, I will deal with that person myself. Master Ray freezes, then slaps his own mouth. Listen to me running my mouth. I did not mean anything by it. Do not take it to heart. The silence stretches. After Nova leaves, Master Ray finally wipes the sweat from his forehead and breathes out slowly. Nova walks into the classroom holding the pudding. She spots me sitting on my desk right away. She thinks back to what Master Ray said. Her eyes go dark for a moment. Then she looks up, waves at me, and smiles. She walks over slowly and sets the pudding on my desk. I look up in surprise and ask where it came from. She looks down. Student council sent it. If you do not want it, give it back. I say quickly. Once it is on my desk, it is mine. She smiles. My hand was just on your desk too then. Without thinking, I blurt out, then you belong to me too. Nova lets out a cold scoff. Are you a bandit? Her words are dismissive as always, but the way she looks at me is impossibly soft. I am yours, so you can only be mine. I tear open the wrapper and take a bite. If I am a bandit, then I am robbing you specifically. You will be my personal servant. Nova will wash my feet every day. Just thinking about it makes me happy. Nova raises an eyebrow like she knows exactly what I am imagining. Thank you for the honor, your majesty. Drama mode activated. Think nothing of it. Nova watches me play the royal act and plays right along. Well then, your majesty, how does your humble servant's pudding taste? I finish the last bite and look at her seriously. Delicious. Your majesty is very pleased. Then I grin. I think I have magic powers. Just last night I said I wanted pudding, and here you are today delivering it. Nova laughs. Why not just say I am your shooting star? I think about it for a long moment. That actually makes sense. Nova looks down, her voice dropping low and quiet, drifting close to my ear. So whatever you wish for, just tell me. Her scent wraps around me. My heart stops for one full second. Then it pounds, fast and loud. I grab my cup and stand up, saying the first thing that comes to mind. Back up. I am thirsty. Going to get some water. Nova stares at my flushed cheeks and laughs under her breath. So then, Ash, you do have feelings for me, do you not? Not the childhood best friend kind of feeling. I down a full cup of water before my heart finally calms down. I scold myself silently. That is my childhood best friend. Basically family. What is my heart doing? The bell rings. I walk back to my seat, sit down, and open my book to take notes. Face completely neutral. Nova turns her head and glances at me. You okay? Please, what could possibly be wrong? I just got thirsty. Nova points at my book. It is English class. I look down at the math textbook sitting on my desk. I calmly swap it out for the English one. If Nova ever found out my heart was racing that fast because of her, I would never hear the end of it. Heart, get it together. Then the teacher's announcement wipes everything else from my mind. Attention everyone. To help students build their physical fitness, the school has organized a special activity before summer break. Next Monday, we will be taking everyone on a camping and hiking trip. We hope you will all take this chance to enjoy the beauty of life. Reactions are all over the place. Hiking? That sounds exhausting and sweaty. I just bought new outfits. Finally an excuse to wear them outside. Nobody in class mentions that Blake has been absent all day. It is as if everyone has simply forgotten he exists. Meanwhile, Blake is lying in bed. His face has already started changing. His double eyelids have turned to single. His nose is less defined. His skin has gone dull. The system speaks. Player, are you sure you want to keep going like this? Blake covers his face and breaks down. You do not understand. I have lost my charm aura. I am ugly now. How am I supposed to win over the female lead looking like this? The system's voice stays flat. If you do nothing, the system will have no choice but to declare this a failure. You will be eliminated. Blake stares blankly. Then what am I supposed to do? The system offers a hint. You can start over. Everyone will have forgotten the old you. They will meet you fresh. Blake's voice fills with hope. Will my face go back to normal? I am afraid not, player. That is your penalty for failing the mission. Please do not place too much weight on your appearance. Have you forgotten? You earned your looks by completing missions, starting from exactly this face. Blake stares into space. That is right. This was how he looked at the very beginning. After so long, he had forgotten. He built everything one mission at a time. Next week, the school is hosting a hiking trip. We hope you can reach the required affection points with the female lead within 5 days. If you do, your appearance will recover. Today is Friday. I pack up my things, grab my bag, and walk home with Nova. On the way, I check my phone and smile. Nova, Lily says today is her birthday, and she is treating us to dinner. We get to the private room. When Nova and I walk in, Lily is already chatting away with her friends. I find an open seat and sit down. A confident, warm voice rings out. Ash, nice to meet you. I am Lily, Nova's good friend. I look up. The girl has a really sweet smile. I have seen you around school before. They say you are Nova's childhood best friend. Lily looks at me, genuinely puzzled. That is so strange. I never forget a good-looking guy. How come I can never seem to remember you? I look down and take a calm sip of my drink. I find it strange too. For years, I have barely existed in anyone's eyes. Back in class as a kid, no matter what I did, the teacher seemed to look right through me. Even on the very first day of meeting someone, they would ask who I was the next day. I got used to it over the years. Maybe, just like the system says, I am nothing more than a forgettable little piece of cannon fodder. Nova catches something in my words. She reaches over and takes my hand. The warmth of her palm presses into mine. I know this is her way of comforting me. She speaks to the room, flat and unbothered. Were we not supposed to play a game? Everyone snaps back. Lily holds up her cup. Right, let us play truth or dare. I let go of her hand and say quietly, I am fine. Nova glances at me, then grabs her drink and takes a long gulp. Like that helps somehow. Lily raises her hand. The rules are simple. Whoever gets the king card gets to make someone do one thing. Nova checks her card. She has the king. I have number 5. Nova says, calm as ever. Number 5, write your name on my card. I blink. That is a strange request. Come on, Nova. Make it something more exciting. Nova gives them a look cold enough to freeze the room. Any complaints? That shuts everyone up fast. No. Whatever you say. I take the pen and write my name on the card without thinking. They switch cards and play a few more rounds. I drift through all of it, mind elsewhere. We say goodbye and head out. Nova and I walk in silence. After a moment, I pause and carefully ask her, why did you ask me to write my name? Nova's voice comes quietly. Don't you already know? I hold her gaze for a moment, then slowly look away. I look down and smile to myself. Truth is, I never got used to it, being invisible. I always performed. My grades were tied with Nova's at the top of every ranking, but the teacher only handed the award to her. I remember crying hard that day, and tiny Nova stormed into the teacher's office and argued until they agreed to give me my award too. Then the next day, the teacher forgot again. It kept repeating. Eventually, Nova gave me all of her own awards and changed the name on her test papers to mine. Her small face was so earnest. After that, I stopped demanding that anyone recognize me. I stopped needing people to remember me at all. The May night air is a little cool, but I feel warm inside. I look over at Nova beside me and loop my arm around her shoulder. Nova, I want bubble tea. Extra large with pudding. Nova shakes her head. No, you already had one cold drink today. I pout. Nova's voice takes on a very patient, very serious tone. This is for your own good. Be good. I give her a warning look. Do not push me. Nova scoffs and smiles. You would not dare. I sigh. Were you really never bitten by a dog when you were little? No wonder you turned out like this. Nova lifts the corner of her lips. You are more fun when you are like this. That evening at home, I start packing for the hiking trip. The event is in its first year, and the school administration is taking it very seriously. Nova just packs a few water bottles and snacks. We will be climbing a mountain called Changjiang. Apparently there is a wishing tree at the summit. Legend says if you hang your name and the name of the person you love from its branches, the two of you will stay together for the rest of your lives. Plenty of students are very into this idea. Nova and I stand side by side. I tease her. Nova, if you cannot make it up, I will carry you. Nova sets off with a spring in her step, looking back with a grin. Then I will take you up on that. I had planned to challenge her stamina a little, and then completely forgot she has no sense of shame whatsoever. Halfway up the mountain, some students are already huffing and puffing, collapsing on the ground and complaining. When does this end? The teacher claps. Keep going, everyone. Push through and victory is yours. Your best years are right ahead. I am covered in sweat too. My earlier boasting has come back to haunt me. I peel off my jacket and sit on a rock, catching my breath. Looks like you will be the one carrying me. Nova drapes herself over my shoulder. She pulls a water bottle from her bag, twists it open and hands it to me. Drink. And who was it that said I had no stamina? I down half the bottle and argue back. Look, I apologize on behalf of my body, but my heart is full of fight. Nova crouches in front of me and wipes the sweat from my face. She shakes her head. With your stamina, I could outlast 10 of you. I hold back a response. Sure, you are the best. Nova looks down at me with great authority and holds out her hand. Obviously, I look up confused. Nova curls her finger and flicks my forehead. Were you not saying you would carry someone? I am fine now, thanks. People will say I am weaker than a girl. Nova raises an eyebrow, grabs my hand, and pulls it onto her back. She laughs softly. What are you thinking? I will only carry you this once. A wave of embarrassment hits me. I hold on tight around her neck. At least I'm not the one who will be embarrassed. After all, I have no presence to protect anyway. Nova teases me. My blushing passenger look around. We have fallen behind. I realize there is nobody left behind us. Since Nova and I were the last to set off, we have fallen so far behind that everyone else is long gone. I lean close to her ear, puzzled. Nova, have you been secretly working out? How are you this strong all of a sudden? You used to be the little crybaby who could barely keep up with me. We have barely taken a few more steps when Nova's brow creases. Her face is flushed red and drenched in sweat. I have never seen her like this before. It startles me. I jump down immediately and cup her face in my hands. Nova, what is wrong? Why is your face so red? Guilt washes over me. If I had known, I never would have let her carry me. Nova takes the water from my hand and drains it in one go, slowly steadying her breathing. Let us go. The teacher is probably already looking for us. Nova dusts herself off. Her expression is back to normal. I say, still worried, if you feel unwell, tell me. I will get the teacher. Do not push through it. Then a familiar voice calls out, Hey, the teacher sent me to come get you two. Everyone is waiting up on the mountain. I look the person over. Something about him feels off. The way he looks at Nova makes me uneasy for no reason I can name. In his head, System, you are sure Nova has no memory of me? Of course. Please do not question our technology. That familiar exchange rings in my ears. I narrow my eyes at the boy in front of me. His smile is bright and open. I am Blake. Here, let me take your bags. I can carry them for you. So it is him after all. But why does he look different? So Nova has no memory of the old Blake. I think back to what the system said about his punishment. So the Blake standing here now has already paid the price. Nova replies politely. Thanks. Blake beams. What about you? Want me to take yours too? I grip my bag and frown. Thanks, I have got it. Blake shrugs. All right, let us head up. In his head, System. I think I still have that item I never used, right? Yes, player. However, I strongly advise against using it. It comes with side effects. I would not use it unless I had no choice. But for Nova's affection points, I have to. Then I wish you luck, player. Hearing that, my heart seizes. I grab Nova's arm. I am scared right now. I want to tell her everything. But a voice rises in my mind telling me I absolutely cannot. I shake my head hard and push the voice out. Nova looks down at her sleeve. My hand is gripping it tight. She puts her hand over mine. What are you scared of? I pull myself together, breathe out slowly. Nothing. Just tired. Let us go up. It is obvious I am hiding something. She watches my face quietly. Something has been off since Blake showed up. So has this Blake done something to Ash before? Nova narrows her eyes and stares at Blake, her gaze going dark. Whatever this man has done, she will make him pay for it. Blake thinks happily. System, is Nova looking at me? Yes, player. The system watches Nova's affection points swing wildly up and down. One moment it is 0%, then it drops to -30, then it crashes to -50. The system watches in silent horror, torn between telling him and watching him celebrate. Amazing. This is great news. My approach is working after all. Maybe I will not even need the item this time. The system says nothing. At the summit, everyone gets their energy back. Students are busy writing their names and the names of the people they like. The whole group chatters about what to write. I do not really believe in this kind of thing, so I skip it. I open my lunchbox instead. Nova made it this morning. What were you doing carrying me? Are you not hungry? Nova quietly tucks away a slip of paper with names already written on it. I am fine. I will eat in a bit. I need to use the restroom. I feel uneasy. I scan the area and spot Blake talking to other students. I nod. Come back quickly. It should be fine. Just a few minutes. And from where Blake is standing, he cannot see our spot. Nova glances at me, her eyes settling on my face. Got it. Back in a moment. Nova walks slowly toward the wishing tree and pulls out the slip she prepared. Both our names sit side by side on it. She has never believed in things like this. She has always believed that whatever she wants, she goes out and earns it herself. Praying to trees and wishing on things, she always thought only cowards did that. And yet here she is, standing before a tree draped in everyone else's hopes, making a wish of her own. A wish she has dreamed of her whole life, to stay by Ash's side forever. Nova hangs it up and turns to leave. because that clueless guy is still sitting there waiting for her. She turns and comes face to face with Blake. Blake smiles. Nova, making a wish too? I figured you would not be into this kind of thing. Nova has no interest in conversation. None of your business. Nova, why are you always so harsh with me? I just want to be friends. He genuinely does not get it. This time he only wants to get close slowly, learn what she likes, and build affection points step by step. But Nova's whole presence says keep away. Nova narrows her eyes. Not interested, do not talk to me. She walks straight back toward me. Behind her, Blake grits his teeth. System. Activating the item. Activation complete. Player, stand by. A sudden gust of wind sweeps through. Everything goes quiet. Time begins to stop. My hand freezes mid-bite into an apple. My mind races. What is happening? I cannot move. My teeth are still pressed into the apple. This has to be Blake using that item. Panic hits me. I never should have let Nova go alone. A few minutes. That is all it took for Blake to make his move. What do? Then everything goes dark. I pass out. I open my eyes to a familiar room. What is going on? Was I not just frozen at the summit? How am I suddenly back at the buy house? I try to lift my hand and find I still cannot move. Strange. Did Nova carry me back? Before I finish the thought, I watch my own hand start to move. Blake's voice echoes inside my head. System, what is happening? Player, the item replays the past. It traps the target in a loop of their deepest pain. Right now, you are the source of that pain. So player, your job is to stop the pain from happening. Guide Nova out of this memory. Once you succeed, the system will rewrite Nova's memory so she remembers you as the one who saved her. But I have no idea what this body did wrong. That is for the player to figure out. This is Nova's memory. No one else knows what her pain is. How much time do I have? 3 days. You must find the source of Nova's pain within 3 days. If you fail, the system will declare the mission failed and eliminate you. That is the side effect? I thought it would just be like last time, losing my looks. The system's voice drops cold. Correct. This is a prohibited action. That is why the system warned you not to use it. One wrong move and Nova could turn dark. I listen to this familiar back and forth. If I am reading this right, Blake is currently inside my body. No, more accurately, Blake has taken over my body, and I am locked inside it. I cannot move. I cannot speak. I can only watch as he does whatever he wants. But wait, unless I am wrong, this body looks like me at 8 years old. So Nova went through something painful at this age? I can barely remember. A knock at the door. Time to come out for dinner. That is the housekeeper's voice. I watch my body open the door and walk out. I follow from inside. A woman, probably in her mid-30s, stands in the doorway looking at me, smiling warmly. Our young master looks so handsome today. Come on, dinner time. Miss is already waiting. My eye twitches. I remember this housekeeper. I loved her when I was little. She was the only person who always noticed me and said something kind, but I later heard that she was let go for stealing. I watch her take my hand and lead me out. At the top of the stairs, 8-year-old Nova is already leaning against the wall waiting. She sees me and scoffs. You are so slow. I try to fire back with, you could have started without me. But what comes out is, sorry to keep you waiting. Right, I forgot. I am locked inside my own body. What a shame. I actually miss how Nova normally is. Blake looks at 8-year-old Nova. Her face is almost identical to how she will look when she is older. She looks like a little princess straight out of a fairy tale. Maybe because she is so young, her expressions are not yet guarded. She does not hide what she feels. She stares at me for a long moment, frowning. Did you take the wrong pills today? Maybe because she has not yet grown into that untouchable pride, Blake finds her far less intimidating. Nova, let us go eat. He reaches out to take Nova's hand. I remember, at this age, Nova and I were not actually that close yet. We bickered constantly back then. Nova takes a step back. The look she gives me is slightly unfamiliar. What did you just call me? Blake blinks, confused. Ash, you are so boring. Nova drops that line and walks straight back into her room, locking the door behind her. The housekeeper knocks. Miss, please do not be upset. Come eat first. You will only upset yourself. A loud bang comes from inside the room. I flinch. What is going on with her? I have never seen her like this before. Blake grows uneasy too. He turns quickly to the housekeeper. What is wrong with Nova? Did I do something to upset her? The housekeeper crouches down. It is nothing. Miss is just throwing a little tantrum. Just go in and coax her. Miss always listens to you most of all. Blake has no idea what he said wrong, but the housekeeper seems sure, and besides, this body he is in is apparently the source of Nova's pain. He has to figure it out. Nova, open the door. I am sorry. I was wrong just now. Come out and eat first. After a few minutes, Nova opens the door. She ignores me completely and heads downstairs on her own, sitting at the table and starting to eat. Right, miss? You always say, no matter how angry you are, you should never starve yourself. Miss, this is one thing you could learn from the young master. The housekeeper stands beside Nova, cutting her meat, then placing her water cup within easy reach. I stare at the spread on the table. I swallow hard. I am starving. No idea when this ends. But something bothers me. The housekeeper is being so attentive to Nova and barely acknowledging me. Back then I was used to being overlooked, so I did not think much of it. Now, looking back, something feels wrong. Blake eats in silence, completely lost inside. System, can you give me any kind of hint? I genuinely do not know what to do. I am not smart enough for this. I almost laugh. At least Blake has a pretty accurate read on himself. Though honestly, if it were me, I probably would not know what to do either. Sorry, player. That feature does not exist. I am losing it. I look up. Nova has finished eating. She wipes her mouth, hops off her chair, and slowly heads upstairs. Blake sees her leave and shoves a few more bites in before rushing after her. I glance back at the housekeeper. She is clearing the dishes at a leisurely pace, humming a tune I do not recognize, looking perfectly content. The overhead light casts uneven shadows across her face. It is a scene I have seen 100 times, and yet something about it sends a chill down my spine. Upstairs, Blake stands in front of Nova and says, "Nova, please stop being angry with me. From now on, I will treat you right. I will never do anything that upsets you." Blake figures the real Ash must have done something truly awful to Nova, otherwise Nova would not still be carrying this pain after all these years. Either way, he needs to make it clear to young Nova right now that he will not hurt her. Nova's face gives nothing away. Then she looks at me like this and suddenly smiles. A dimple appears on her left cheek, and it is impossibly sweet. "Fine then, how about you call me Nova from now on?" Blake stares at Nova's smile. His heart pounds. He thinks in a daze. This might be the first time Nova has ever smiled at him, and she has a dimple. I stare at 8-year-old Nova, fighting every urge to burst out and deliver a flying kick, to tell her not to try pulling something like this. But all I can do is watch helplessly as Blake's face goes red, and he calls her that name. The rage I feel. If I have sinned in some past life, please let the law punish me for it, not this. I squeeze my eyes shut. I refuse to look at whatever smug expression Nova is wearing. But Nova is not smiling at all. Her eyes are dark and unreadable. That young face overlaps perfectly with how she looks as an adult. Blake goes still, goosebumps rising on his skin. She was the one who asked him to say it, and yet her expression is terrifying. He shivers from head to toe. Then Nova looks at me and suddenly smiles again. "Let us get along well from now on." Blake finally exhales, nods, wipes the cold sweat from his forehead, and tells himself to calm down. This is just a memory. Nova cannot actually do anything here. That night, in my room, Blake is already asleep in bed. I stay wide awake. If I am not wrong, it should happen soon. Click. The lock on my bedroom door turns. Then the light comes on. I look up at the housekeeper standing beside me. When I was 8, Nova and I were sold to traffickers. It was the housekeeper who did it. She moves quickly, scooping us both up and into a car. The driver is a heavy-set man with a thick beard, grinning like he cannot contain himself. Big score this time. The woman at the buy house is going to lose her mind. The housekeeper's warmth is gone entirely. Her voice goes flat and cold. "Move fast. If they wake up, we are done." The bearded man scoffs. "Relax. Did you not give them something to make them sleep? Besides, the deal was just to take the buy girl. Why is there a boy now?" The housekeeper smirks. "The boy is good looking. He will fetch a decent price too. Who turns down extra money?" The bearded man bursts out laughing. "Women really are the most ruthless. If the Buy family ever found out they had a wolf living under their roof, they would regret it forever." I watch all of this, the color draining from my face. I glance at Nova beside me. She is fast asleep, eyes closed. I have no idea what to do. Technically, this is only Nova's memory. Maybe even just a dream or an illusion. But I still do not want Nova to have to relive any of this pain. They lock us in a pitch-black room. By the time the sky starts to lighten, Blake rubs his eyes and takes in the rundown room around him. "What the heck? Where are we? It reeks in here." He claps a hand over his nose. "System, what is going on? How did everything change while I was asleep?" "Unknown. Something significant is likely about to happen. You should check on Nova first." Blake snaps to attention. He turns around, fighting through the smell, and finds Nova leaning against the wall. He hurries over to help her up. She pulls away. He crouches down beside her. "Are you okay? What is happening? How did we end up here?" I watch Nova through Blake's eyes. Sweat is already forming at her temples. I know what this is. Her obsession with cleanliness is flaring up. Someone who has always kept everything spotless, thrown into a room full of filth and rot. The fact that she has not passed out is remarkable. Nova stands, stomach turning. The door swings open. A wiry, shifty-eyed man walks in and snarls. "Shut up in here. Keep it up and see what happens." Nova says, completely calm. "This place reeks. I want to be moved somewhere else." The man sneers. "You are not the Buy family's precious daughter anymore. Drop the attitude or things are going to get very unpleasant for you." Nova replies evenly. "You do not want anything to happen to us either, right? If you do not move me, and I die in here, you walk away with nothing. Is that worth it?" Nova holds a shard of glass to her own throat. Her brow is still. Her eyes go cold as steel, sharp as a blade. The man freezes. "Hey, do not do anything stupid. I will move you, okay? Easy, easy." She is just a kid, and yet her presence alone has him shaking. I watch all of this, and for now, things are going Nova's way. The man moves them to a different room. It is still run down and grimy, but at least the smell is bearable. The man looks unhappy. "Fine. Room changed. Now give me that glass." Nova tosses the shard at his feet. "You can leave now." The man's brow shoots up, face going red with fury. But he cannot touch her. Damaged goods bring in less money, so he just mutters and curses under his breath. "Enjoy playing tough now. You will get yours later." He locks the door and leaves. Blake is completely frantic. "Nova, what do we do?" I hear that name come out of my own mouth and my eye twitches. It is not me saying it, but it is still my voice. It makes me sick. Blake turns to the system. "System, is there any kind of item that can get us out of here? Player, stop dreaming. Focus on figuring out how this body caused Nova's pain. Is it not obvious? This body must have done something to hurt her at this moment. Betrayed her, ran away on his own. The usual stuff. In those stories, the lead always needs a tragic childhood. So player, work hard to change it." What kind of trashy novels has Blake been reading? But my attention is elsewhere. I notice that ever since Nova opened the door just now, something is wrong here. This is not how I remember it. Right now, Nova ignores him completely and lies down on the bed. Blake figures she must be tired and lets it go. Some time passes. The door opens. I recognize the man who walks in. The one who was driving earlier. He saunters in like he owns the place, the wiry man trailing behind him. He grabs Nova by the collar and grins, showing off a mouth full of yellow teeth. Heard you have got a big attitude, little girl. Let me tell you something. You are not some precious daughter anymore. I am advising you to behave, because I really do not mind walking away with a little less money. The wiry man tosses over a bag and follows him out. Blake rushes over. Are you okay? Nova, do not worry. We're going to get out of here. I promise. Nova gives him a cold smile. And how exactly are you going to do that? Blake freezes. He has nothing. No plan at all, but he is certain Nova can get them both out. Nova, I am sorry, I do not have an answer, but you are so capable. You will figure out how to get us out, right? Nova looks down. Her expression is impossible to read. I watch this memory play out. Something is wrong. Nova is very wrong. The night deepens. Outside, everything goes quiet. Nova slowly sits up and pulls open the cabinet against the wall. Blake has no idea what she is doing, but he helps push it aside anyway and whispers, Nova. What is behind this thing? Nova does not explain. But I already know. There is a hole in the wall. The one who found it was 8-year-old me. Blake stares at the hole and gasps. Nova, you are incredible. I knew you would find a way. Nova says flatly, you go first. Blake shakes his head, firm. Nova, what are you saying? There is no way I am leaving without you. We go together. And there it is. This must be the moment. Nova tells this body to go first, and then this body turns around and betrays her. And from that moment on, Nova stops trusting people. Based on all the stories Blake has absorbed over the years, that is exactly how it goes. My mouth twitches. Nova shouts at him. I said go. Just go. I blink slowly. This scene pulls me back. 8-year-old me found that hole and carried Nova out on my back. But I was so small. I had no stamina. The mountain path was winding and uneven. I fell more times than I can count. My back burned. Nova, weak and trembling on my back, whispered to me, leave me, put me down. I already sent my mom a message. Someone should be here soon. I kept carrying her, pushing through the pain, one slow step at a time. If she already sent a message, that is even more reason I cannot leave her. Nova snapped at me. I never sent anything. I lied. I am useless. Just drop me and go. I tugged the corner of my mouth up. Figured you were lying. Nova tightened her arms around my neck and shouted, I told you to go, so go. I laughed through the pain, but you are holding on so tight. And now that same scene plays out again in front of me. Nova telling someone to leave her behind, while holding on with everything she has. Blake shouts, I am not leaving. Nova, I am not abandoning you. Then suddenly Nova's lips curl into a cold, unsettling smile. A bone-deep chill radiates outward. Her voice comes out like something laced with poison. Then stay here forever. The world around us begins to dissolve piece by piece. Nova slowly shifts from her 8-year-old self into the person she is now. An alarm blares in Blake's head. Warning, player has failed. Nova has gone dark. Player is now in danger. Blake panics. What do I do? System, help me. I do not want to die. I am sorry. There is nothing I can do, player. You are on your own. Blake breaks down in tears. Stay back. I am scared. I stare at Nova. Her eyes have gone a deep dark red. Her sharp features are cold as ice, and something unhinged flickers deep behind her gaze. I shake my head. This is not Nova. Nova is not like this. She can be infuriating sometimes, but she is gentle. Sometimes she is a little awkward, but that is just because she is shy. Seeing her like this makes me uneasy and scared. Nova grabs Blake by the throat as he backs away, her eyes completely bloodshot, filled with something murderous. What did you do to him? Blake cannot breathe. A crushing pain spreads across his neck. He claws at Nova's hand, gasping out a question. What are you talking about? I do not understand. Nova tightens her grip. Her expression is unraveling. Get out here. Give him back to me. I feel something close to tears. She recognized me. Blake is going limp, eyes rolling back, unable to speak. I feel my fingers move. A spark of hope lights up inside me. I slowly bring my hand up to her face. I smile and say the nickname only I have ever called her. Dummy. Nova's hand trembles. Then she pulls me into her arms with everything she has, holding tight. I feel something wet against my neck. I smile. You are crying again. Such a crybaby. I slowly close my eyes. Crunch. I bite into the apple, rubbing my jaw. It aches a little. I glance over at Blake. His face is a mess of panic. So all that unease I felt from inside. He figured out early on that it was not really me. But where is Nova? She has been gone way too long. Nova stands before the wishing tree, its branches covered in colorful paper strips. She feels like she just woke from a terrible dream. It felt so real enough to frighten her. The thought alone makes her move. Nova sprints toward me. Her hands are shaking as she throws her arms around me. I nearly choke on the apple. I pat her on the back. What is wrong with you? Nova, please tell me you did not skip washing your hands and just wipe them on me. Nova holds on and slowly runs her hand down my back. She knows there is a scar there, left behind because of her. I twist around and look at my shirt, pretending I have no idea what just happened. You went to use the restroom and came back acting all weird. Nova flicks my forehead without a word. I just had a dream where you called me Nova. That scared you to death? I press my hand to my forehead. More like scared me, honestly. Me calling you that? Not in this lifetime. Nova smiles sweetly. Call me what? Without thinking, I say, Nova. Nova covers her mouth, then laughs. Good boy. I catch myself. You tricked me. I grab my bag and zip it shut, and we head down the mountain together, bickering the whole way. At the base, the teacher is already taking roll. Nova and I join the group. I notice Blake staring at Nova with pure terror on his face. He rubs his neck. Just looking at her makes it hurt. Summer break arrives in the blink of an eye. After Blake disappears, I never hear the system again. Not until Nova's birthday. I sit on the couch with the ice cream bar I just swiped from her, waiting for everyone to arrive. Before long, Spencer, Lily, and a girl named Violet ring the doorbell. I open the door, and the moment Spencer sees me, he collapses. I jump back, startled, and crouch down to help him up. Spencer's inner voice, "So you are saying I have been reincarnated?" "That is correct, player." My hands go still. Here we go again. Another system. "Please tell me what I need to do." "Player, our system has detected that your reincarnation is connected to Nova. You must achieve an affection rating of 20% with her within 10 days. Otherwise, you will be sent back to your previous life to continue working as a server." Spencer opens his eyes and sits up, taking everything in. In his past life at 18, his family was poor. People looked down on him because of it. Some even bullied him. Only Nova ever stood up for him, driving away the people who gave him trouble. Later, through student council work, they gradually got to know each other. That was how he came to learn a few of Nova's secrets. Nova had feelings for that barely noticeable childhood best friend of hers, and had been hiding it for years. This time, his girlfriend Violet was the one who dragged him here for Nova's birthday. Something feels off to me. This one seems different from the others. Not just the longer timeline, but even the affection target has been lowered. I sneak a glance at Nova. She must be impossible to deal with even by system standards, because even the system seems to have lowered the bar. I head inside and grab a few ice cream bars from the freezer, figuring everyone could use some cooling down. Nova pouts. "Why is there nothing for me?" I say flatly. "Is your time of the month not coming soon? I am looking out for you. You will thank me later when your stomach is not in agony." Nova looks at me and kicks me without missing a beat. "Yours is coming. See? What did I tell you? At least pretend to be a little ladylike. Even a dog would not put up with you." Nova reminds me today is my birthday. My expression freezes. I was completely out of line just now. Please be the bigger person and let it go. It all started with the gift. That morning over breakfast, a delivery arrived. Inside were a car key and a pair of heels. I took a sip of kanji. "Who sent this?" "Who else? Mom and my brother." Then, out of nowhere, Nova sets everything down and looks at me. "And yours? You did not forget to get me something, did you?" "It is upstairs. Do you want it now?" "It is still daytime. The night is not even here yet, and we have not even had the birthday cake." Nova grabs my hand and pulls me upstairs. "Right now. Now." I pull a small box from the drawer and hand it to her. The box is tiny, tied at the top with a ribbon into a small bow. Nova unties the bow and tears off the wrapping. Inside the box is a slip of paper that reads, "Wish voucher." She does not react much. I feel a little embarrassed and explain, "I had no idea what to get you. I nearly went crazy trying to think of something. And then this came to me. It is only valid today. Whatever you wished for today, I will make it happen." Nova smiles slightly. "Barely acceptable. My wish is that you cannot say no to me today." She is starting to notice that her willpower around him seems to be slipping. I watch her accept the gift and let out a quiet breath of relief. What comes next, though, I regret deeply, because every single time I say something she does not like, she hits me with, "Today is my birthday," and it works every single time. The August heat kills any idea of going out. Everyone ends up inside with the air conditioning, playing games and cards. After a few rounds, I get a craving for the double-skin milk pudding from the shop near school. Someone suggests that whoever loses next goes on the errand. Before long, Lily bursts back through the door. "What the heck? I am melting out there. Why did I have to be the one who lost? We are doing a rematch." I pull out my portion, open the bag, and dig in happily. Lily passes the other bowl to Spencer. Spencer quietly shifts position and glances at Nova. "Nova, do you want some? Here, take mine." I have not even opened mine yet. Nova kicks me, without even looking at Spencer. "No need, I will just eat ashes." I sigh, understanding completely, and start feeding Nova one spoonful at a time. "Did you not just say you do not even like this stuff? Are you doing this on purpose?" I actually won this for once, and half of it ends up in her stomach. Nova opens her mouth. The thing she always found too rich before somehow does not taste so bad right now. "Watch your tone." "Of course, miss, what else would you like? Allow me." I plaster on a stiff smile. "Keep eating. You will burst later." "That will be all for now. You are dismissed." Nova acts like she cannot even see how furious I am, and raises an eyebrow at me in pure provocation. Lily lets out a yawn. "This is so boring." She turns to Nova. "Nova, is this really how you want to spend your glorious 18th birthday? So dull." Nova says flatly, "I like dull." Then she mutters under her breath, "Honestly, I was hoping you all would leave me and Ash alone today." "Let us play a game," Lily suggests. "I have these cards. Each one has a dare on it." She also produces an empty glass cola bottle. "This is our tool. Whoever the bottle points to has to take a dare. What do you think?" Nova replies lazily, "Boring." But seeing that everyone else is in, Nova has no way to refuse. She sighs. "Fine, give it here. I will spin." The bottle scrapes and spins against the table, finally coming to rest in front of Violet. Violet grins, glances at Nova, then turns to Lily. "You pick for me." "Sure, let me find you the worst one." Lily has not even finished her sentence when she looks at the card in her hand and her eyes go wide. "Kiss the person next to you." "Oh wow, I love this dare card. Now we are talking." Violet starts throwing frantic looks at Nova, then glances over at me. Nova looks at me too. Sure enough, I am sitting there with wide eyes, completely unblinking, waiting for the show. Nova grabs my face and turns it away. "Ash, Are you really that curious? She's still squishing my face. I mumble, let go of me. Then I hear the sound of a kiss behind me. I shove Nova's hand off, rub my face and lean toward her. That is not fair, Nova. You get to watch, but I do not. I look straight into Nova's eyes. Her cheeks have gone completely red. She swallows. I was not watching either. Then she claps both hands over her burning face and bolts to the bathroom. I pour myself a glass of water. What was that about? Could it be that she finds me scary? Violet watches Nova flee the room and laughs. I need to use the restroom too. Spencer watches everything unfold and realizes I must be the childhood best friend Nova has feelings for. He moves closer to me right away. You and Nova are so close, I genuinely envy that. I nod. We get along all right. Spencer furrows his brow, sounding a little wistful. You know, when I was little I always wanted a childhood best friend who would look out for me. Someone who would protect me when things got dangerous. I was not as lucky as you. I correct him with a straight face. She is more like a younger sister. Then I quietly scoot a little further down the couch. Something about this guy feels off since he got his system. I laugh to myself on the inside. If the conversation is going nowhere, just let it go. This is awkward for both of us. Nova splashes her face with cold water, catching her breath, staring at her own reflection. Her heart feels like it is about to pound right out of her chest. Her eyes are glassy with moisture, her ears flushed deep red. She steps out onto the balcony, hoping the fresh air will help, trying to settle herself down. Violet comes out of the bathroom and follows Nova out. Okay, honestly, are you ever going to just say it? Nova squints. She is terrified. What if Ash does not feel the same? What if things between them can never go back? Violet just shakes her head with a smile. The girl who acts like nothing in the world can touch her is completely losing her nerve over this one person. Oh right, did I not tell you to write him a love letter last time, did you? Nova pauses. I did, but it seems like he never saw it. Violet throws her hands up. Nova, you are not the type who can just wait it out. If you keep this up, you will not just lose him. It will be so much worse than that. What are you two talking about? I think I heard someone say special person. I pop up beside them. Violet covers her mouth laughing. You caught us. Ash, Nova, and I were just talking about someone special. Wait, Nova, you have someone you like? Who is it? Do I know them? What do they look like? Nova pats me on the head. Whether I do or not, do you not already know? I nod. Fair enough. With a personality like yours, though, honestly, how would anyone ever date you? Nova grabs my arm. Then I guess I am stuck torturing you. What? I stare at her, completely speechless. Violet watches from the side, quietly feeling sorry for Nova. At this rate, chasing Ash is going to take a very, very long time. After the cake that evening, it is time for everyone to head home. Before leaving, Spencer grabs my hand like we are old friends and says, Ash, I think you are a genuinely good person. Let us stay in touch. A chill runs through me. Should you not be focusing on Nova? Why are you locked onto me? Nova asks, confused. When did you two get so close? Your guess is as good as mine. Something about that guy feels wrong. Better to keep some distance. I genuinely cannot tell what he is thinking. For once, I'm actually grateful for how forgettable I am. By tomorrow, Spencer will probably have no idea who I am. Nova smiles at me. That is a good sign. It means people are starting to notice you. I shake my head. That is not why. I just did not know how to say no. You know I am not good at turning people down. Nova fires back immediately. Then why do you say no to me? I look at her, wounded. Because I actually know you. And besides, when have I ever said no to you? I spent all day doing your bidding. And you cost me the one thing I actually wanted to see. That kiss, Nova asks, completely straight-faced. You really wanted to see it that badly? I feel a little awkward. It is just that everyone always says kissing feels like electricity going through you. I just wanted to see their reaction. Nova laughs under her breath. Watching someone else would not tell you anything. Her laugh makes my face warm. Well, I cannot exactly test it myself, can I? Then let us try. I have not even processed those words yet. Nova has already wrapped her arms around my waist and pulled me in. My hands land on her shoulders without thinking. I scramble to pull back. Nova looks straight at me. Were you not curious? Then find out for yourself. Are you out of your mind? Nova, we are basically family. This is not right. The air has gone completely sideways. My head is a mess. I cannot even remember what I said that led to this moment. Nova, like some kind of dangerous spell, leans close and whispers, Today is my birthday. You said it yourself. Whatever I want, you will make it happen. Are we not close? Try it and you will know right away. Besides, I am not bad looking, and it would be both our first times. You are not losing anything. And honestly, I am curious too, so let me have this. I look at Nova. She is not wrong. She is genuinely beautiful. I have no idea if it is her spell working on me or just me wanting to grant her wish. I smile softly and say, I just had a candy, so I guess I can reluctantly give it a shot. I slowly close my eyes and lean in. My first thought, soft. So this is what it is like. Just the lightest touch, less than a second. I pull back. I press a hand to my chest, so the novels lied. It is sweet, I will give it that, but there is no electricity. Nova's voice comes out completely rough. She asks carefully, what did it feel like? I answer in a few words, soft. Nova's eyes go dark. The electricity? I shake my head. Maybe it was not long enough. Nova says something that stops me cold. Let me try this time. I blink. What? And then she seals my mouth with hers. Nothing like what I just did. She starts with the lightest brush against my lips, then gently deepens it, pulling me in, kissing me slowly. My heart is slamming, threatening to leap right out of my throat. Nova thinks in a daze, so Ash had a milk candy. Some unknown amount of time passes before Nova finally lets go, holding my face in both hands. So, this time, my brain has completely stopped working. I am catching my breath, wiping the corner of my mouth. I blurt out in flustered embarrassment, nothing. Where on earth did she learn that? That was not fair. Nova smiles at me. What am I supposed to do? because I felt everything. Just looking at Nova like this sends my pulse racing. I turn and run. I collapse onto my bed, eyes shut, doing nothing but breathing. I press both hands to my chest, where my heart is trying to break free. All I can see is what just happened. How did I end up kissing Nova? This is all that terrible woman's fault for drawing me in. I keep telling myself, that is Nova. Basically family. I have no idea how long I lie there talking myself down, but I finally drift off. The next morning, I get up and the moment I see Nova, I instinctively touch my own lips. Why are you glaring at me first thing in the morning? I rub the back of my head. Nothing. The air goes quiet. Usually at breakfast, Nova is the one filling all the silence, chattering away about everything and nothing. I speak first to break the tension. How did you sleep last night? Nova sets down her cup and stares at me. Badly. Wanna know why? I immediately go stiff in my seat and stammer, I would love to know. Have you ever thought about being in a relationship? I look up, confused by the sudden pivot. Sure I have. Any guy my age fantasizes about it, but by the time I hit my teens, the idea kind of faded. I do not want a girlfriend who asks me my name every single day and needs me to explain myself all over again every time. Going through that every day sounds exhausting. Nova rests her chin in her hand. So what are your standards for a girlfriend? I start counting on my fingers. Well, first she has to treat me well. Then she should actually listen to what I say. Pretty kind, and ideally, she remembers I exist. I ask out of curiosity, what about you? What are your standards for a boyfriend? Nova glances up at me. Someone a little slow. Slow people are lucky. I nod. Fair enough. Then I mutter, that would mean someone as smart as me would have a hard time then. Nova picks up her phone and fires off a message to Violet. Come out tonight. I need a drink. Feeling off. She sends the address, then puts her phone down. Taking you to a bar tonight. I look up, surprised. Really? I have never been. Then go change. Nova puffs her cheeks as she watches me head upstairs. Absolute player. Always chasing the next thing. Cannot even read the room. Can he not see I am upset after all these years and he still cannot tell? I want to cry, but he cannot see it. He should be here coaxing me, taking me somewhere fun. I throw on something quick and check myself in the mirror. Something is missing. My eyes land on the cologne Nova gave me for my birthday last year. She said she picked it carefully so people would actually notice me. A moment later, Nova pushes open my door. Are you done? What is taking so long? She watches me reach for the cologne and spray it on. Something occurs to her. She stops in the doorway. The note inside the cologne box. Did you read it? She touches her ear, fidgeting with the bow at her collar to cover her nerves. I answer casually. The note? Yeah, I read it. Was there something wrong with it? Nova's fingers tighten slightly on the bow. Her hair falls forward, hiding her eyes. Did you not have anything to say to me? Like what? It is just a note that came with the order. Am I supposed to write a review? Nova's vision blurs. Her nose stings. Last night brought her so much joy, and today hurts just as much. So Ash really feels nothing. He has always just seen her as family. I notice Nova's eyes going red and jump. What is wrong? Are you crying? Nova draws a long breath. Both hands clench at her sides. Two voices are fighting in her head. One says, just go to him and tell him how you feel. Tell him you refuse to be treated like family. The other says, do not do it. Are you trying to scare him off? You could lose even what you have now. The voices tear at each other without stopping. Nova's fists slowly unclench. I stare at her, worried. Nova, are you okay? Why are you getting a nosebleed? Nova touches her nose and feels the warmth there. It snaps her fully back to herself. I am fine. She buries her face against her knees and curses quietly. Nova, you are absolutely hopeless. You cannot even say that you like someone. After all that back and forth, they finally head out. When they arrive, Spencer and Violet are already there. Violet orders 2 drinks and carries one over to Nova. Have some. Nova raises an eyebrow. Sure. I glance at Spencer. He looks completely unsettled. Ever since the reincarnation, Spencer spends every day afraid he is dreaming, terrified he will wake up back in that restaurant job. He has decided to break up with Violet tonight, and he needs to get close to Ash fast, so he does not have to use Violet to do it. I hear all of this in his head and my expression goes very confused. The more I hear, the less it makes sense. Spencer taps me on the shoulder. Hey man, I want to tell you something. Do not get mad, okay? Do you not think Nova is kind of harsh to guys? I realize immediately. He has already forgotten who I am. I play along. What do you mean? Spencer shakes his fist. Indignant, though a flicker of contempt crosses his eyes. Look at how many guys at school have feelings for her, and she just brushes them all off. If she did not look the way she does, who would even bother? My smile disappears. Are you serious? She never forced anyone to have feelings for her, and she made her position clear from day one. You said it yourself, you only like her for how she looks. So why exactly should she not be allowed to say no? You do not know the first thing about Nova. What gives you the right to talk about her like that? Spencer did not expect that. Hey, calm down, I was just repeating what I heard. What just happened? A second ago this was fine. Does he have feelings for Nova too? With that completely average face of his? I was being generous even talking to him and now he is lecturing me? I hear every word of it and look at him with quiet contempt. You are worse than all of them. Spencer forces a stiff smile. What are you talking about? I do not have feelings for Nova. I stand up. I am done here. You know exactly what I mean. Spencer's fists tighten. In his head. System. How many days do I have left? 7. Player, you have made no progress whatsoever. We strongly encourage you to pick up the pace. You do not want to go back to your previous life. I will get it done. I shake my head. Spencer is starting to feel unhinged, and something about this so-called system does not sit right with me either. Meanwhile, Violet refills Nova's glass. What is going on with you tonight? You seem so frustrated. Nova thinks about the emotional roller coaster of the past 2 days and downs the drink in one go. One word, annoyed. Is that thick-headed Ash genuinely this oblivious to her feelings, or is he pretending? I walk over and sit down next to Nova. Even though Nova is clearly in a bad mood herself, she still picks up on mine. She tilts her head and glances at me, then grabs my chin and turns my face toward her. Who upset you? I pull away from her hand. No one. Violet has had a few drinks and her cheeks are going pink. She points at Nova and teases, Nova, why are you looking at him like he is a baby? Who would dare mess with our Ash? Nova turns and starts bending Violet's fingers back. Say that again. Whose? Violet grabs Nova's wrist and yelps. Ow, ow. Yours, okay? Happy now? Violet's face makes me burst out laughing. Nova sees me laugh and looks over at me. Feeling better? I shake my head with a sigh. I was not even angry to begin with, but Spencer has been getting under my skin, especially the things he said about Nova. I let it go and look at the blue drink in front of me. What is this? Nova lifts her glass to show me. Cocktail. I take a small sip from her glass and immediately scrunch my face. Not for me. Nova notices a faint lip print on the rim of the glass. Without missing a beat, she rotates the glass so her lips meet exactly that spot, downs the rest in one go, then licks her lips. Very much my thing. Violet watches this whole move, eyebrow ticking up, not quite sure what to say. Smooth. That was genuinely smooth, but completely misdirected. A second ago she looked like she was about to fall apart, and now the moment she sees Ash, she is like a dog spotting a bone. The group drinks on into the night. By the time they head home, it is nearly midnight. I key in the code and push the door open. Suddenly Nova grabs my wrist and pulls me stumbling onto the couch. I look up at her. Nova, are you losing it? Stop acting up. It is so late. Just wash up and go to sleep. A drop of water lands on my wrist. My eyes go wide. My voice stops. Nova chokes out. You were mean to me. There is nothing left of her usual untouchable front. I reach up and wipe the tears from her face, coaxing her in the gentlest voice I have. When was I ever mean to you? Look at you. You are exhausted. It is late. You need to rest. Is that not right? Nova nuzzles against my hand softly, then buries her face in my shoulder. Just coax me a little. Her chest presses close against mine, so close I can feel our heartbeats falling into the same rhythm. I try to ease her back a little, but the moment I do, she just pulls me tighter. I give up and stroke her hair. Nova, be good. Do not be upset anymore. Nova makes a small sound of acknowledgement. I have no idea how long I sit there talking her down until I hear her breathing go slow and shallow. I ease back with a helpless laugh. Who would have thought that when Nova drinks too much, she becomes this fragile? It takes me back to when we were little, back when we almost got sold, and we got hurt trying to escape. Nova was in the hospital for a long time. After she was discharged, she became very attached to me. There were times I would fall asleep in my own room and wake up the next morning to find Nova had slipped in beside me at some point in the night. I carry her to bed now. Worried she might roll off in her sleep, I line the floor around the bed with every cushion I can find, then drag myself upstairs to bed. The next day I sleep until noon. I yawn my way downstairs. No sign of Nova. I head back up and knock on her door. Nothing. I push it open. Nova, are you alright? I poke her. Nova squeezes her eyes shut and frowns. Her voice comes out raw. My head hurts. I feel her forehead, then grab the thermometer and scan her temple. 37.4 degrees Celsius. A mild fever. I might have been a little flustered because what comes out of my mouth next is, Nova, go ahead and take your top off. I will wipe you down. Nova's face goes red as she looks at me, then slowly murmurs, okay. I go get a basin. By the time I come back with the basin and the towel, Nova has quietly taken off her top. I wring out the towel and start wiping her down slowly. Then I stop. I had not realized her small frame had that kind of definition underneath. The moment I register what I'm staring at, my face goes completely red. I look away fast and shove the wrung out towel into Nova's hands. You can do the rest yourself. Nova furrows her brow. Ash, you do not care about me at all. I open my mouth, turning away from her to explain. Of course I care, but there are limits. Nova rolls over and stares at my back. The one time you remember that? Done? I turn back around and touch her face. Feeling better? Come on, take your medicine first. Nova stares at me without blinking. I do not want medicine. I did not even notice how soft my voice had gotten. I know you hate it. I will feed it to you. Happy? I take out a fever tablet, gently ask her to open up, then hand her a glass of water. Nova drops her gaze and opens her mouth obediently, swallowing it down. I watch her throat move and reach out to touch it lightly. Did it go down? Nova opens her mouth to show me. Sure enough, the tablet is still sitting on her tongue. She did not swallow it. I bring the cup back to her lips. That is okay. One more sip. Nova takes a big drink and opens her mouth again. This time, it is gone. I tell her she did great, then pull out a piece of candy and hand it over. Your reward. Nova pops it in her mouth. Her eyes do not leave me for a single second. I start teasing her. If anyone at school found out their untouchable ice queen cannot even swallow a tablet when she is sick, I wonder what they would think. Nova pouts and mutters, I do not care about them. Alright, sleep a bit. I will wake you up for food later. I head downstairs to start on something to eat. Knowing she is not feeling well, I decide to make her congee. I set the rice cooker going and head back upstairs to check on Nova. She is sound asleep. I slip out quietly. I settle on the couch and scroll through the group chat. Come to my place, horror movie night. I bought so many snacks. I type back, Nova caught a cold. We will skip this time. That sets everyone off. Nova is sick? No. I have to go see her. I have never once seen her get sick before. My mouth twitches. I type back, you just want to watch the drama. The rice cooker beeps. I ladle out a bowl and carry it up to Nova's room. She is still asleep. I set the bowl down and call to her. Nova, wake up and eat something before you sleep again. Nova opens her eyes. Just woken up. her gaze still hazy. When she sees me, she slowly sits up. I hold out the bowl. Head still hurting? Not anymore. Her voice is heavy with tiredness. I set the kanji in front of her. Eat a little, settle your stomach. Nova opens her mouth. Feed me. I open my mouth to respond, but a sound from behind me cuts me off. Lily and Violet are standing there, eyes wide, staring at us. I have no idea how long they have been watching. Spencer does not seem to have come. I look at them flatly. Come in, then. Why are you standing there staring? Lily snaps back to herself, scrambles to pick up the fruit off the floor and stammers. We just never imagined Nova being this soft when she is sick. Violet loses it laughing. Nova's expression has gone completely dark. If looks could kill, those two would already be gone several times over. I laugh to ease the tension. All right, what is so funny? You two clearly have nobody looking after you. That is all. Nova seems genuinely soothed by that. Exactly. They are unloved children. We will not stoop to their level. Violet puts on an exaggerated pout. That is a double standard. I have known you since we were little too. While they bicker, I grab the fruit they brought and take it to the kitchen to wash some grapes for Nova. When I come back out, it is just Nova in the room. I pop a grape into her mouth. Where did they go? Nova gives me a light look, pouts slightly, and lets out a cold little huff. I set everything down, face serious. My lady, what is the matter? Who has upset you? Your servant will deal with them immediately. Nova points straight at me, looking genuinely wronged. You, what? To think it was your servant who caused this distress. Your servant will make it right at once, even at the cost of his life. Nova looks at me, and her lips curve up into a real smile. The dimple at the corner of her mouth softens the whole cool expression into something sweet. She says with fond exasperation, dummy. I let out a breath. Finally. Nova, you are genuinely hard to cheer up. I grab the thermometer. Let us check your temperature one more time, then go get something to eat. I check the reading. Good. Back to normal. Nova says, I am going to shower. They are downstairs, go ahead without me. I am covered in sweat, it is so uncomfortable. I nod and remind her not to be too long. Just a quick rinse. You have only just recovered. The way Nova looks at me is so warm it could drown a person. She suddenly thinks, staying sick a little longer might not be so bad. This whole scene feels like what she imagines growing old together would look like. I head downstairs and find Lily and Violet debating which movie to put on. Lily lights up when she sees me. Ash, we are watching a horror movie here tonight. I even bought props. I put my hands on my hips. Absolutely not. No weird stuff in this house. If you want to watch, just watch. None of that nonsense. Then Nova's voice comes from behind me. Correct. This is my house. You want to go ghost hunting in my house? I turn around and find Nova crouched in front of the fridge, reaching in for a bottle of cold cola. I sprint over and snatch it away. You are not fully recovered. Nothing cold. Here, drink this instead. Nova stands quietly and looks down at the small milk carton in my hand. She takes it without a word, then says slowly, not drinking cold things and being blind are two different things. I scratch my head awkwardly and think about it. She has a point. I probably have been pretty blind all this time. Suddenly the lights go out with a click. Nova and I spin around. Lily has put away the props and switched on a red lamp instead. She grins at us. No ghost hunting, just setting the mood. That is allowed, right? And honestly, the whole room does look unsettling now. I swallow. Nova glances at my expression and laughs, then grabs my hand and pulls me toward the TV. She cannot get past them to turn the light back on. Lily, where are you hiding? Nova, please do not turn the light on. We bought this specifically. Violet pulls a blanket over her head and yells, turn it off, turn it off. You are ruining the vibe. Nova looks at them both and reminds them calmly, this is my house. If you want to watch, just watch. No more nonsense. Lily turns to Violet. Fine. For Nova and Ash's sake, I will let you off today. Originally, the two of them had a bet going. Whoever screamed first today would have their most embarrassing photo posted online tomorrow, but the trash talk got out of hand, and now props are involved. Violet throws off the blanket. Ridiculous. I am the one letting you off. You would have lost for sure. I watched them both, completely speechless, both clearly terrified, both threatening each other anyway. Deeply confusing behavior. Fine, let us start. They finally drop the act. The movie begins, the screen dims, the music starts creeping in. Honestly, I do not mind horror at all. I just cannot watch alone. With someone beside me, I am completely fine. In the film, the music cuts out for a few seconds, then something appears. A ghost. Lily and Violet scream and grab each other. I get startled too, but looking at those two makes me laugh. I glance sideways at Nova. She is watching Lily and Violet, calmly eating a snack, treating them like the entertainment. Up front, two people are practically folded in half with fear. Behind them, two people are snacking away, thoroughly entertained. I start commentating out loud. Honestly, the ghost seems kind of pitiful. That person is definitely dead. Oh, come on, the plot makes no sense. Completely predictable from start to finish. Nova barely says a word through the whole movie. All you can hear is me commentating nonstop and Lily and Violet screaming. But Nova was never much of a talker to begin with, and when it comes to other people, she has always carried herself like she is looking down from a great height. Meanwhile, Spencer has been locked inside for the past 2 days. Most of what happened before the reincarnation has already faded, but time is running out. 5 days left. He has to earn Nova's affection within those 5 days. System, can you tell me where Nova's affection rating stands right now? I am sorry. Because you have taken no action, there is nothing to measure. Spencer is completely stuck. After things fell apart between him and Ash last time, he cannot think of another way to get close to Nova. Spencer rarely calls Violet. She is generous enough as a person, but she has never paid much attention to him. There is nothing he can do about that. Before getting into this relationship, he had already prepared himself. Word was she played the field and rarely turned anyone down. The main reason he confessed was that she had a decent connection with Nova. Wait, if he is remembering right, in a few days they should be heading to a guest house. The sound of his parents arguing drifts in from outside. His eyes go cold with disgust. It is their fault. Being born into such an ordinary family. He will never get ahead this way. He refuses to accept it. He will win Nova over no matter what. He is done letting his life be this miserable. When summer break finally arrives, everyone is desperate to go everywhere at once. Someone suggests a guest house trip, and everyone packs up and heads out. Nova, Lily, and I leave together. Spencer brings his own group. The heat is brutal. I am sweating just sitting in the car. The cold water I packed stopped being cold a long time ago, and as if things could not get worse, the air conditioning dies halfway there. I press my back against the window. My whole back is soaked. Nova, it is so hot. I regret this. We should not have come. I am the kind of person who sweats at the slightest movement. Everything sets it off. Summer is my least favorite season to be outside. If nobody ever invited me anywhere, I could probably spend the whole summer in air conditioning and be perfectly happy. Nova pulls my hand and lets me lean against her, then reaches into her bag and pulls out a cup. Inside is mung bean soup she prepared herself. Still cold. She slowly brings it to my lips. I told you not to come. You insisted. I take a small sip and my eyes light up. Cold. Nova raises an eyebrow. That is what a good thermos does. I give her a heart sign. Love you. Nova's eyes brighten slightly. She looks at me with a small curve of her lips, voice dropping low. Then Lily shouts from behind us. I am dying back here too. I want some. Nova, just one sip. Nova tosses her a look, then a mini fan and says 3 words. Cool yourself down. You play favorites. Lily fans herself furiously, slumps back into her seat, then shoves the fan inside her shirt. The fabric puffs out like a balloon. She looks exactly like a neglected child. Her own image makes her laugh. I look at Nova. You are not drinking any? Nova wipes the sweat from her face and shakes her head. Almost there. The driver's drenched too. Sorry about this. This car really needs replacing. I should not have cut that corner. Do not worry, 5 more minutes. It is fine. Really, you did not do it on purpose. Lily chimes in. Exactly, it is fine. But please do get it fixed. You must be suffering too. The driver nods. Will do. We are here, everyone. Thank you all. We say goodbye and I take in the building in front of us. A 3-story guest house with red tile roofing and green walls, vintage all the way. Several cars are already parked out front. Other guests have chosen this new resort for their holiday too. In the distance you can see a wide natural lake, and beyond that, rolling green peaks stretch as far as the eye can see. I am genuinely amazed. This place is unlike any guest house I have seen. Inside is a 3-courtyard layout. The ground floor is a games and activity area, loud and lively. The second floor is a relaxation zone, complete with a pool. The third floor is the dining area. I have to admit, this place is really something. No wonder people with money choose to escape the heat here. By the time everyone has settled into their rooms, Spencer finally shows up with Violet in tow. Violet breezes in. Sorry we are late. Spencer ushers her to a seat. It is fine. We are all here now, so we are staying 3 days. How are we splitting rooms? I raise my hand without looking up from my phone. I am staying alone. This game is not beating me. Nova says, same. Lily throws up her hands. Me too. Alright, what kind of question was that? So Spencer, you are solo too. Lily, come share with me. Lily shrugs. Fine. Spencer nods, glancing at Nova. Good. This works in his favor. He remembers from his past life that Nova's group came here and something significant happened. Apparently Nova got into a fight with someone. He does not know what caused it, but Nova ended up with a broken hand because of it, so he has to stop it from happening. That way she will start to feel something toward him. I am locked in a battle with this game. Suddenly a shadow falls across my screen, and Nova's low voice comes with it. Tap the 10th. I blink, and tap it on reflex. The level clears. Her leg presses against mine. My eyelashes flutter. If you could not beat that, you would be hopeless. Lily leans over the table watching us, and sees Nova with one hand resting on the couch, her face very close to Ash's, practically wrapping around him like a tree over a small plant. She thinks, if Ash turned his head right now without thinking, he would absolutely land a kiss on Nova's face. She shakes her head. How did she end up with such a terrifying thought? Violet watches her shaking her head. What are you doing? Having a seizure? Lily gives her a look. You are the one having a seizure. Violet blocks her. My bad. Then adds slowly. You just do not have a brain to malfunction. Lily grabs her by the neck. I will get you for that. Spencer sits alone, watching Nova this close to Ash, biting down on her lip. She just got lucky with a good family, that is all. And yet Nova treats her so differently. But at least Nova does not have feelings for her, that much she can tell. Otherwise, after all these years, Nova would have already said something. And being good-looking does not matter much when nobody notices you exist. Being almost invisible at school, what use is that? I stare at the screen. You have successfully joined the flock. I sink into thought. Nova scoots back slightly. Easy. I am furious. That was luck. Pure luck. I glare at her. What do I do? I kind of want to hear her say sorry. Nova rubs her neck and changes the subject. Hungry. Let us go eat. And just like that, I get completely redirected. I saw a hot pot place downstairs earlier. Let us do hot pot. The whole group heads down bickering and laughing. Everyone in the group looks good. And then there is Nova on top of that. The moment they walk in, eyes follow. Oh wow, that girl in white is gorgeous. What the heck, she is unreal. Though she looks pretty young, and the guy beside her is not bad either. The hot pot restaurant is not too crowded at this hour, so they put us at a table for 4. Nova and I sit on one side, Spencer and Violet on the other, and Lily gets a single stool on the end. Nova is already ordering, moving fast, checking everything off and passing it over. Once the order is in, the table goes quiet. Violet speaks up. Does anyone want bubble tea? I think I saw a place nearby. I can go grab some. Spencer says, I will come with you. While they go for drinks, I realize I forgot the dipping sauce. I will go make mine. I will come, Lily calls from the table. Bring me a bowl of sauce too. At the condiment station, there are a few girls already there. Nova and I wait beside them for a moment. One of the girls, fairly pretty, steps forward and looks at me. Hey, is this your girlfriend? I glance at Nova and shake my head, not sure what she is getting at. Are girls out here just approaching anyone these days? The girl's face lights up with surprise. Then can we exchange contacts? It takes me a few seconds to realize she is actually talking to me. I forgive myself for being slow. This has genuinely never happened to me before. Once I do register it, I feel awkward. I should have said Nova was my girlfriend from the start. Nova's expression has been off since the girl walked over. Watching me shake my head and deny that she is my girlfriend makes it worse. Watching me just stand there without saying no, she grits her teeth. Angry and hurt at the same time. What does this girl even have? Not as pretty, not as tall, skin not as good either. Nova steps forward, closing the distance, draping a hand over my shoulder. The move speaks without words. Whatever this is between us is not ordinary. Then she gives me a dark look. The girl blinks. Wait, I thought you said she was not your girlfriend. I say without flinching. She is not my girlfriend, she is my wife. Nova blinks once. Something sweet floods her chest and her heart picks up speed. A smile spreads across her face and she leans over and presses a quick kiss to my cheek. Oh, honey. My eyelashes flutter. My ear goes warm. I touch my cheek and glare at her. Nova smiles with her dimple showing, looking at me with pure fondness. Why are you glaring at your wife, honey? I shove her off me. The girls nearby have already slipped away at some point. Enough. They are gone. But someone seems to have developed a habit. What? Honey, come on, let your wife make your sauce. I clearly had a momentary lapse back there. I lower my voice in warning. Call me that one more time and I will show you what it feels like to wash your hair with hot pot sauce. Nova's voice comes back teasing and warm. You are so fierce, honey. By the time they sit back down, Nova has gone quiet. Her head is full of it, the word playing on repeat. Lily stares at them both. What happened out there? You went to get sauce and it looked like flirting. Nova has clearly decided she has found something to hold over me. She smiles. The joy of getting things for free you would not understand. Oh, I understand. A free wife for life. I want to hit her so bad. Lily looks confused. Free? We all paid for the condiments, 7 per person. I am going back for a second bowl to get my money's worth. Lily barely gets up before Spencer and Violet return with the drinks, just as most of the food arrives. The pot is boiling. Violet drops into her seat. Oh my, I am melting. That place was packed. Spencer passes the drinks around. When he hands one to Nova, he thoughtfully puts the straw in for her. I glance at Spencer and cannot stop staring at that straw. Something about it bothers me. I stab my own straw in and take a long drink. Nova has already picked up her chopsticks and started cooking. Lily and Violet come back with their sauces. Violet notices Spencer has not moved and asks, Spencer, are you not getting a dipping sauce? Spencer smiles. I am fine. I do not really go for that. You all enjoy. I will grab something from downstairs later. Violet nods, like she only asked out of habit anyway, and goes right back to eating with enthusiasm. My bowl is already piled high. Nova, eat your own food. My bowl has no more room. Nova picks something out of the spicy broth, holds it up for a moment, then eats it herself. Got it, honey. I pinch her without missing a beat. Nobody is looking our way. Nova leans close to my ear. Her voice is low and teasing. Honey, you can touch me anywhere. My ear goes red in an instant. I realize where my hand just landed. Her thigh, and not the outside. If it had been any higher, my whole body goes hot at the thought.